Let me ask you something. Why does one small comment from someone else stay in your mind for hours? Why does one judgment sting more than it should? Why do you sometimes live more in other people's eyes than in your own life? If this feels familiar, this video is for you. You may not fear heights. You may not fear darkness. You may not fear taking risks. But there is one fear almost everyone carries quietly: the fear of what other people think. It shows up when you hesitate to share your opinion, replay conversations at night, over-explain yourself, feel guilty for saying no, dress or behave to avoid judgment, feel uncomfortable when someone disapproves. It's not a sign of weakness or low confidence. It's something deeper. And this video will help you understand why your mind reacts so strongly to the opinions of others. Your mind cares about other people's opinions for a very old reason. Belonging used to mean survival. Thousands of years ago, if you were accepted, then you lived. If you were rejected, then you died. So your brain still works on this rule: if people don't like me, I'm unsafe. This is why criticism feels painful and approval feels calming. In The Social Animal, Aronson explains that humans are wired for social acceptance as deeply as they're wired for physical safety. Humans are biologically designed for social connection, a basic need as important as food and water that drives our health, survival, and development. Your fear is not dramatic, it's biological. Think about someone at work who explains every small decision they make. They justify everything: why they sent an email, why they made a change, why they couldn't reply sooner. Not because they're unsure, but because they fear disapproval. Their brain learned, if I explain myself enough, people won't get upset. This isn't logic, it's self-protection. In class or group study, there's always a student who knows the right answer, but stays silent. Not because they don't know, but because they worry. What if I'm wrong? What if people laugh? What if I sound dumb? The fear of being judged is stronger than the desire to participate. Performance is not blocked by ability. It's blocked by exposure. People often say, "I'm just a kind person." But many kind behaviors are actually avoiding conflict, avoiding guilt, avoiding disapproval, avoiding discomfort. In The Courage to be Disliked, the authors explain that excessive niceness comes from fear, not virtue. You're not too nice. You're too scared of being disliked. Your mind cares about others' opinions because it needs psychological safety, not physical safety, not financial safety, but emotional safety. The mind asks, will they judge me? Will they leave? Will they think I'm not enough? This fear was not there from start. It started growing when you were criticized a lot growing up. You had to earn approval. You were punished for mistakes. You were compared constantly. You lived in a high-pressure environment. Your brain is not overreacting. It's remembering. As The Body Keeps the Score says, the body stores emotional experiences long after situations are over. This fear creates a painful tension. You want to express yourself, but you also want to be accepted. You want to say no, but you don't want to upset anyone. You want to live your life, but you don't want others to judge it. So you live in a constant tug-of-war between freedom and approval. And this conflict makes life feel heavy, confusing, exhausting. Not because you don't know what you want, but because you don't want to disappoint anyone. Here is the real truth. You don't fear opinions. You fear how you will feel if someone judges you. You fear shame, embarrassment, guilt, rejection, regret, loneliness. This is important. You fear the emotional feelings you go through after, not the opinion itself. Your brain is protecting you from emotional pain, not social rejection. People who feel deeply care deeply. Sensitive people notice reactions, sense disapproval, detect changes in tone, analyze everything. They are not weak, they are aware. But awareness without boundaries becomes self-doubt, because you start feeling responsible for everyone's emotions. Here is the clarity. The mind tries to use approval as a form of safety. If everyone likes me, nothing will go wrong. But this creates dependency, anxiety, emotional slavery, fear of authenticity. Approval feels safe, but it comes with a price. You lose yourself. In Daring Greatly, Brown explains that vulnerability, not approval, creates real belonging. While approval is based on managing perceptions and maintaining a perfect image, vulnerability involves the courage to be authentic, showing you as your real self, imperfections included. No, be confident. No, stop caring. No, just be yourself. We do it psychologically. Step 1. Reduce the stakes. Tell your mind, nothing bad will happen if someone disagrees. Step 2. Expect discomfort. You shouldn't aim to feel confident. You should aim to feel okay while uncomfortable. Step 3. Notice your assumptions. You often assume people judge you more than they actually do. Step 4. Practice small authenticity. Say one honest opinion each day. Small exposure builds safety. Step 5. Build identity from values, not approval. You choose who you are, not other people. Here's the clarity. You care about what others think because your mind learned to equate acceptance with safety. It's not weakness, it's old programming. And old programming can be updated. You don't need to stop caring, you just need to care differently. Care about being honest. Care about being aligned. Care about being real. Approval is pleasant, but authenticity is freedom. And that's what Clarity Decoded is about. Understanding your mind, one problem at a time.